it's Mike Karsak. Hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to come at you with a video on my top 5 cities in Massachusetts. If you're from here, top 5 cities for a blind and visually disabled person to live in. So here they are, and I hope you enjoy. Number 1 would be Somerville, Massachusetts. Now, this is where I currently live. Well, not at the moment because of the pandemic, but Somerville is great for someone who's visually impaired. You got the Red Line, which will take you into downtown Boston. You have buses. You have the commuter rail that actually you can walk to at Porter Square. There's a lot going on. I personally like Davis Square the best because there's a lot to do. There's a lot of stores, restaurants, bars when they reopen, obviously. That's a great place to be. There's a movie theater there, there's gyms, grocery stores. You get everything right there in Somerville. It is really great. I've been there for just over 4 years now, and I love it there. Number 2 would be Cambridge. Now, Cambridge is very similar to Somerville, a lot to do there, a little more expensive. There's a ton going on. It's also got the Red Line there. You get the stops at Porter Square. You get the stops at Harvard. It's central. There's a lot to do there. A lot of buses and a lot of things going on. There's a lot of comedy clubs there I go to. There's a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars, a lot of, you can see a lot of bands. There's trivia. There's just a ton of stuff to do in Cambridge. It's a little more pricey, but if you're looking to make your way out, I would definitely recommend it. Now, personally, even though I'm putting this 3 and I'm in Somerville and I put that number 1, this is for all visually impaired people. I think number 1 and number 2 are for all visually impaired people. You could live there. Number 3 is my personal favorite though, Salem. I love Salem for the following reasons. It's got everything I wanted in the city. It's got public transportation. You get the commuter rail, which takes you from Salem down to Boston, up to Newburyport and Gloucester, Rockport. And it also has some buses that you can take throughout the city and into Beverly and surrounding areas. It's a walkable city, which is important if you're blind and you don't have a car. It's very walkable. It has Essex Street, it's got the path. There is, someday I'll do a video from there to show you if you're not from the area. But if you're considering living in Massachusetts, Salem 1, Cambridge 2, Salem number 3. Other reasons why I love Salem, it's its own community. You can meet a lot of cool people there. I have. It's a great dating scene, personally, I find, up on the North Shore. Compared to Boston, there's just way too much going on in Boston. Now, it's by the coast too, which is nice. It's very walkable, very friendly, dog friendly if you have guide dogs. A lot of places, don't mind pets and things. And it's a cool place to be. Now, think about it too. Everyone comes to your city throughout the year. For Halloween, the tourists, I've heard European accents, I've heard everything there. And people come to you, and you as a visually disabled person, you can just, this is your city, this is where you hang out. So I personally, I put this number 3, but it's my personal number 1 favorite. So I would definitely recommend Salem, Massachusetts too as a city to check out. A lot to do, great community, public transportation, scenic things to do. It takes the cake personally for me at number 1, but for all general purposes, I still say Somerville and Cambridge are just better with public transportation. So that's one to check out. Number 4 on cities that would be great for visually disabled person. There's a lot of other cities close to Boston which are great cities to be in. Personally, some are better than others. I feel like, safe neighborhoods are very important for a visually disabled person. So I put this city at number 4, Melrose. Now, Melrose is a very small, compact city just up north of like Malden and that area. I put that there because of a couple of reasons. It's got public transportation. It's got buses. It's got the train, the Orange Line that goes into Boston in that area. And it's a small, compact city, so which is great. I lived there for about a year, and I liked it. Personally, I find there's more to do as a single young person in those other cities that I mentioned, but you can definitely live a good life as a visually disabled person in Melrose. There's restaurants, there's bars, there is, there's some job opportunities there. It's close to Boston. Like I said, it's got the Orange Line there, which has the Oak Grove stop, which you can take into downtown. It's probably about 20 minutes or so, I think, depending on how well the train's running. It is a clean city. It's a safe city. It's probably a better city if you end up like getting married and having kids and you visually disabled and you want to live somewhere. I would recommend it then. It's something maybe in the future I'd consider, but for now, these other cities is definitely more important to me. So I would definitely put Melrose as the number 4 city you'd want to live in. And number 5, I would say Beverly, back up on the North Shore. It's a city I haven't lived in. I've worked in it before, but it's got things to do. It's got public transportation, again buses, and it's got that same commuter rail line that goes from Boston through Salem into Beverly and up into the rest of Massachusetts, Gloucester, Rockport, Newburyport, things like that. Again, there's a big Cumming Center building there, which has a lot of job opportunities. It's got some restaurants there, which are great. I personally love Acapulco's. It's one of my favorites when this whole pandemic time is over with. I can't wait to go back there. It's got the coast there, some beaches there, walkable, so that's a good one as well. So personally, those are my top 5 I recommend. If anyone is visually disabled or blind person and looking to move to Massachusetts, those are the cities I'd recommend. Other cities that kind of didn't make the top 5, but I think are good cities too, would be Peabody, although it's not on a commuter rail. Malden is also good on a train, it's on the T stops there, so that's a good one. There's Quincy, that's a good one. There's Braintree, that's also a good one. You go up more to the North Shore, there's, you could consider Gloucester, you could consider Lynn, but definitely the ones I mentioned are the top 5. And then if you go into Central Mass, Worcester is really the best place to be as far as transportation. You could try Fitchburg, but Worcester would be the best. And then somewhere in the middle, maybe the native Framingham. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was helpful, and thanks for watching.